Hello guys, welcome to my channel Knowledge Transfer. In today's topic we will be covering what is third-party payments in Oracle Fusion Accounts Payable. So let me give a brief introduction about third-party payments. So by default there are two parties involved in the business, that is like a supplier and customer. Then who is the third party? Let's take an example. I have taken let me write here. I have taken a service from Bell Supplier. Let me make more short. ABC. And normally we will be making a payment to ABC. So if we are taking a service from ABC supplier and making a payment to the same ABC supplier, that is called in that case we only two-person are involved. That is us and that particular supplier, that is ABC. Now we have taken a supplier from ABC, but ABC had informed us like don't make a payment to us, make a payment to some different organization, let's say DEF. So here we are taking a service from ABC, but we are making a payment to DEF. In that case, third person has been involved. So that we are going to make a payment against ABC. It's called third party payments. So third party can be an organization or let's say some collection agent which has been organized from ABC for collecting the payments. So that is possible. But in order to handle this in our system, we have to do some very few setups, let's say. And once the setup is completed, we can handle this. See, normally if we have ABC and DEF and we are not making any relationship, let me explain that later. Let me copy this ABC and DEF. We will take this example only then. Third party payments. So firstly, as a part of our setups, we need to set up invoice option and payment option. You'll see how what are the checkbox we need to enable. Next we have create supplier. See, normally in client instance we do have a supplier and we will be building the relationship, but as it is a training instance, we need to create some supplier also to test this process. Hmm. Next we have next we have once we are done with the creation of the supplier, let's say we will be creating two supplier. The first supplier should be Bell Supplier ABC, and the second one we will be creating Bell Supplier DEF. Now we need to build a relationship between these two suppliers so that any services taken from ABC, we should be able to make a payment to DEF. For that, we have an additional setups we call as create relationship. So once we are done with all these setups, let's see what are the process we need to follow. Create invoice with the Bell supplier and make a payment to Bell supplier DEF. Done. So let's quickly jump into the system and see what like how much time does it takes is it too complicated or it is too easy? Let's have a look on that. So mostly it's quite simple setup because we just need to enable and disable the checkbox. So firstly, I will be going to the invoice option. Manage invoice option. So this is my particular business unit. Under this only we will be creating some of the supplier. So here we need to enable a checkbox call as allow remit to supplier override for third party payments. So why we are enabling this is just because let's say whenever we are going to create invoice from with ABC, we should be able to select DEF against that invoice only. We will see how it looks like in the system while creating the invoices. So we have enabled this checkbox in invoice option. So there must be something that we are going to do. We will be getting something in invoice page. Once we have enabled this, click on save and close. Now next we need to go to the payment option. So you may include the third party supplier in your invoice page or may not include it. Doesn't matter at all. But during the time of payment, we should be selecting the third party supplier so that we system should be making a payment to it. So this checkbox we need to enable for this allow payee override for third party payments. So once we are done with this, save and close. So let's quickly create two supplier for this testing purpose. For creating a supplier, we need to go under procurement, manage supplier, then create a supplier. So what was the first name we had selected? Okay, Bell supplier. I hope you guys knows like how to create a supplier. If you doesn't, then you can see my very first videos of AP setups, basic AP setups. There I had created and shown like how we can create a supplier, what are the roles required. So you can follow that video if needed. We need to create an address. Country is United States. Select any of this. Enable order to remit to. Then save and close. Then create a site for a supplier. Select invoicing. Invoice currency USD. Payment currency also let's take check. Once we are done, assign it to a particular business unit. So in our case, value is one business unit. So we are done with the creation of the very first supplier, Bell supplier ABC. Yes. So now let's create another supplier. Create supplier. What was the second name? We have taken DEF. Create an address for it. Order to remit to. Then done, right? Create a site for it. Then invoicing, let's select this. We're done. Save and close. So we have created two supplier. The very first supplier was ABC and the second supplier is our DEF. Now in to know the system against this, which supplier which we can make a payment. So we need to go to this supplier in the system, search for manage supplier, select for Bell. Yeah, Bell supplier ABC. Now go to the site. Sorry. Yes, go to the site and in under invoicing tab, there should be some area where we can build, yeah, third party relationship. So this is the third party relationship. So we want our system should know against Bell supplier ABC to whom we can make a payment. So here we need to add that supplier. Click on add and search for the supplier. It was Bell something DEF, yes, DEF. And from when? Let me give this first address, yes. So let's give one pass date, done. So we have built a relationship also now. Cool. So now we are ready with all the setups. So what we will do now, we will be creating an invoice against Bell supplier ABC. Go to the navigator, search for payables, invoice, and create invoice. System is taking time. Okay. We will be creating for ABC, right? Let it take first Bell ABC. Here, let's give third party payments 001. Give 2000. Then go to the line level. Here you can give 2000. Let's take one distribution. Then it's taking a bit time. So here we have remit to supplier. Let's quickly validate the invoice first, then I will be explaining what's the purpose of this. So as we can see, invoice has been validated. Now let's explain what does it mean under manage installment. One area has been like before it was freeze, now it is unfreeze. Just because like we have enable a checkbox in invoice option, like allow something. There was a let me give directly that name. So see, we can provide our remit to supplier means DEF, this one here, or we we are not providing here is also okay, just because we are making a manual payment. Now what if we are making a PPR payment, like payment process request? As a part of one of my video, I had shown, like, with the help of payment process request, we can group some of the invoices for payment purpose. It is not like it will be picking up on the supplier and all. So it will be checking the invoices against Bell supplier ABC, how many invoices are there. So if you're not providing here, how system will come to know that we should make a payment to DEF? Let me show you invoice option, manage invoice option. Here we have enabled allow remit to supplier override for third party payments. That's the reason we are able to see here remit to supplier, and we are able to see the relationship for which supplier we had built. Only that name it is popping up. So this is how it works. We can provide here, or we can ignore here, but but make sure if you are making a PPR payment that you are providing it here. So I'm not providing here, it's just because I will be making a manual payment. So then save and close. Now go to the payment. So we are good with creation of the invoices. Now we'll be making a payment to the against that invoice. So business unit is same. So we are making a payment for ABC. Okay, but we are not going to make a payment to ABC. We want to make a payment for ABC to DEF. This is how one new field has been unfreeze. So whenever you are making a payment for a supplier against which third party relationship is not there, this field will be freeze. But against this supplier, we do have a third party supplier for taking a payment, then this field will be unfreeze. Now select the account, select the payment method. Okay, payment process profile, payment document, well check. Add the invoices. This is the one. Apply. Yes. Click on OK and save and close. So this is how third-party payments work. So whenever you will be printing a check for payment number 19, you will be seeing the name of the supplier DEF, not ABC. So this is how third-party payments work. And there were only minimal setups which we need to perform so that we can achieve the third-party payment features in Oracle Fusion. I hope you had liked this video. Please like and subscribe this video in order to get some of the interesting topics which will be coming in the next week. So we are done with the third-party supplier. And one more thing just I want to add on it. We till now I had covered this many topics for accounts payable. So if any topics you are unable to understand or unable to find the videos, you can go into my channel, that is knowledge transfer, and check all the videos for accounts payable. I had created a thumbnail in such a way so that it will be easy for you to like find out the videos. Thank you.